just us, like in our region,
Mhm.
if you have an Ethernet connection, is fine. I've
Yeah.
learned that. But
Mhm.
anything else is just like once you get out of the state is when things just like aren't fun.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
I
like,
mean, I get more
Wi-Fi
annoyed
actually
that the
improved during that
dock,
time because of how much like Wi-Fi sucks for them.
Yeah.
for real.
But anyways, we are getting into the match. Stretch versus Master Monkey. So we got Lucina
So
versus Youngling.
MasterMonkey, I'm unfamiliar with. Is this a different name or is this just
So,
actual?
funny enough, Master Monkey, I believe, was the person who knocked out Glenn the last tournament.
Oh, nice.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was the one who camped Glenn out, and you saw what resulted on Twitter.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so Master Monkey has had a record. I believe he got top 8 at the last Fusion as well. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely someone
So
not to
he's
sleep
nobody
on.
to sleep on. Okay.
Yes. Then we also have our boy Stretch, Staten Island native. Yeah, Lucina player, pretty much top 3 Lucina in Tri-State. I'm pretty sure we can say that.
Alright, so this is gonna be a good game, and right now Stretch is actually going in, like not letting him lose. That's the thing. Even though I main Toon Link, him and Young Link have such a similarity of don't let them get the started with projectiles, because once projectiles are going and are non-stop, that's when you start losing the game.
Okay, I see what he was trying to go for. He was trying to read the tech on the platform and get for fair one down, which is like, gosh, wow, you're a nut, but okay. I can kind of see what part of Master Mono's Master Monkey's a little bit more patient, as we'll say. He's is retreating really well, but Stretch is doing a much better job of
Ooh,
applying
that was
just
a good bomb.
spatial
Good bomb
pressure.
catch.
It was a great bomb catch. You're right. Just by staying close enough to Master Monkey, he's making him worried about Lucina's like big sword and solid frame data. That he's making Master Monkey pick an option first. He's just like poking the bubble that Monkey is trying to set up for himself. What was that reverse
no.
up B? And I'm sad that it didn't work. This is
There
doing
we
it.
go. No, I like the match earlier. That bomb betrayed him. Like, he threw it back. Moving the up throw. Ending that time relatively quickly.
Imagine if that killed at Smash 4%, that'd be crazy.
Oh, God.
If we could kill it like 140.
No. Oh, we got no third strike parries up.
Yeah,
That's really hard to do online.
Ooh, that hurt.
Yeah, no, and right now Stretch is using, like, a lot of the rage that he has with him to just keep piling on damage. Just to make it harder. Ooh.
Oh, he was trying to. Okay. But you know what? You can kind of sacrifice that stock. You're at 183.
No, he put a lot of damage. To where
And
now
there should be a dead.
In kill percent.
Yep. Youngling, if you have a counter, Youngling should be dead every time he goes off stage. Or at the very least, every time he forces to up B. Because either you force him to up B high and then you punish him for up being high,
or
you counter
get
it
down low with. Because the Zair, as good as that is really punishable, especially with a character like Lucina.
Yeah, and it's also one of the shortest Zairs in the game, so he can't reach it as far as someone like Samus can.
Yeah, where you can't just cheese it from like halfway off stage.
Yeah. It's a lot more restrictive on its distance, which can then make his offstage play that much more. However, this is why you go to stages like PS2, where it's huge.
Yeah, and the thing with Master Monkey is, I like his playstyle where he's actually forcing a little bit off stage. Like, I don't know if you...
Yeah. I felt that. I felt that in my bones.
Oh, no. As much that hurt, I like his playstyle of running off stage, because I know if you saw the few run-off nairs he pulled off, that was actually a really good commitment, and that's actually something you could do against Lucina, because I think it would clank with up B.
Up B's frame one invincible, so like it's kind of hard to say when it would when it would clank and when it would just lose. But just by drifting off with Nair like that, you're forcing Lucina.
Right
yeah, it's not even changing stage. But you're forcing Lucina to pick when you go off stage like that. Of does she want to swing and potentially use her double jump early, or use her up B early and put herself in a bad position? Like, because up B, and if you're within up B range, it's really hard to challenge Dolphin Slash. But if Lucina is not in up B range, then suddenly it becomes like really risky to throw out an option, because then you can put yourself too low and just die.
That was an interesting up B.
I'm guessing he's looking for grounded up.
I would hope so.
That
Yeah,
happens to me all the
I feel like
time.
MasterMonkey is playing a little bit slower this game. Like he's staying a little more back. He's not pushing anything.
Yeah, he needs to keep a reliance on his greater effective range. Also, wow, that was a really bad air dodge.
Yeah, that was.
Like you could see the drift. He second guessed it as soon as he let it go. It was like, oh no, I'm dead.
Those positions where you don't air dodge. If you're gonna air dodge, do it. I try to go upwards just to get a little more time.
That's where he went. He went upwards toward the platform and then regretted it immediately. Stretch is just like picking him apart.
Yeah, no, he's all over him. Like, there's nothing MasterMonkey's doing. Like, he's like stuck in the corner.
Stretch has always been one of those like super studied players. Like he just will memorize and work on matchups to their like grinding out interactions to the bone. So nothing that he's seeing is catching him off guard. It's just what he needs. What he needs to do is he needs to execute properly, and I feel like that's always where Stretch like falters just a little bit. Like executing quick enough to catch up to any sort of mix-up.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing like bread and butter, Young Link stuff, you're gonna get blown up.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing right now, where Stretch is tearing it off hard, like you said.
Well, getting that hit in is starting to pile on a little bit of damage.
Stretch is playing extremely well. MasterMonkey, if he gets once he starts getting like a momentum going, he's playing it really well.
Yeah, Young Link's advantage state, like your players.
You're gonna eat something. You're gonna eat a lot of damage. Ooh, that was a good jab block.
Great fast fall in order to avoid the back air from Lucina as Stretch went deep off.
And that's a scary situation, being that low off stage.
Great option coverage with the arrow, forcing out that jump in order to get that jump read fair. Young Link really benefits well off of, like every character does, but Young Link is able to condition players super well just because of how fast arrows are and how much space that they cover off of just no charge.
Ooh, missing counter. Alright.
Yeah, another chance at life. Out of these shield breakers.
Oh, trying to go for the LB, but got caught with the get up attack.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, caught the roll. And he
roll,
went that way. Oh, okay. I wonder... I guess he was caught by the back hit, the closest part to Lucina, but the back hit. So he was still in the middle of his roll animation, and you're not invincible all the way through that.